Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well. We are starting a new packet today. It is going to be on the Renaissance. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the Middle Ages or medieval times. We're still stuck on the same standard analyze, exploration, and expansion in terms of its impact and motivation. So we will revert back to that throughout our lesson. Okay, so I want you to recall a time when you were younger and you watched cartoons or movies, especially about the Middle Ages or medieval times, and it would show you a knight trying to save a beautiful princess from maybe a ferocious dragon or some type of creature. It looked like everything was going to be happy go lucky once the knight or the prince saved the day by saving the princess. But life in the Middle Ages was not that simple. Of course, you know that there were no ferocious dragons. Cartoonists just added these imaginary characters or beasts to make the films more interesting. Okay? So, the Middle Ages or medieval times merged in with the Age of Discovery and the Renaissance. It is deemed the Middle Ages because it came after the fall of the Roman Empire, okay, and it began at the beginning of the Renaissance. So now that the Roman Empire has disappeared, it is being replaced by all these small little regional feudal governments. And this system is known as feudalism. I'm pretty sure you've heard about it in middle school. Okay, where a local lord is in charge, peasants work the land, and you know that they're working that land. They're not slaves, but they're working under a contract basically for a certain amount of time, and they are working in exchange for military protection. Okay. The real ruler during these particular times, though, is the Catholic Church. Religion dominated everything people did in their daily lives. The majority of them feared God and they did what they were told. Okay, remember from earlier cultures, we said that these pharaohs, these leaders, these rulers were the closest thing to God, so people wanted to make them happy. Okay, many poor people were uneducated and could not read. Church windows were being painted with biblical pictures, so even if you couldn't read, you could look at the pictures and you would still know what was going on or happening in a Bible story. Knights were special warriors. Many were of noble birth, but you didn't have to be a noble in order to become a knight. It helped out to be born into a noble family because you had money. You could buy your armor and pay for training or whatever else you needed. But you did not have to be rich or wealthy to become a knight. Okay. Today, every now and then you'll hear one of your peers say, well, I'm going to leave town. I'm not going to stay in this town. I'm going to join the military. So here with the knights were happy to get out of their economic status or current situation if they became a knight, especially if they were a good one. Okay. Some trained as early as 7 years old, and then duties changed when they would become a teenager, and this is where they would have to prove themselves to be worthy of being a knight. And then once you did that, they would have a formal ceremony for you. You would get to pick your coat of arms, the colors and designs and patterns that you would want to identify you as the knight that you are. Okay. The first castles were made of wood. As you can imagine, that didn't work for very long. And then they found a sturdier stone material to build with once their castles kept getting burned down to the ground. Okay. Most of them were built atop of hills so they could see who was visiting them. Okay. And just the way that we have lockdowns today at school, that was basically what they were doing. The little guards would be atop the castle and they would blow their trumpets if they weren't expecting any guests to come through. So everybody is alerted and everybody is running to the castle to hide, to drop the bridge. Everybody knew what it was that they were supposed to do. And if they had to hide out for a few days in there, they had food already stored. So they had a big safety plan there. Okay, some built moats around their castles. I know you remember that from elementary school, where they could fill their moats up with different things. That would make it a challenge for people trying to get across. Okay, so today I would like for you to comment with task one, number 1, 2, and 3 in the comment section underneath this video. Question number 4. with the slits and embrasures, I will have a spot for that in Google Classroom for you to take a picture of what you have already done and to post it. Thank you so much. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I'm looking for us to have a Google Hangout this week. I will let you know ahead of time. I would prefer that it would be evening time when everybody is basically done with their work and had some time to kind of settle down, and that we can get on this hangout spot and you can have your questions answered or anything that you need as far as history goes. Thank you. Stay safe and stay home.